How's it going? Welcome back to Valheim, and I've done a little bit more to the courtyard off camera. Let's quickly go through what I've done. You'll have to try to look past my scaffolding and just and try and look at the actual design. But I'm starting to get like a bit of a feel for the building in this game. I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit of a grasp of it and its potential, basically. So I'm playing around with some depth. So yeah, I've sort of come up with this design here for these I don't know, these extensions onto the roof. There's definitely going to be two of these, so we're going to have one here. And there's also going to be one here. And possibly there is enough space to do one here. Because that's 3 tiles wide, but this is 4 tiles, so it wouldn't actually fit there if we were to do it here. But I guess I could probably just make a bigger one. Yeah, we might look at doing that. But yeah, I really like this. I think this is really cool. So it's sort of we've got that first layer of weaving, and then the second layer has this extra bit that sticks down, and then the third layer just it's just the trim around the top there. And yeah, I think it looks really cool, and we'll tie it into the rest of the roof and everything. Now in the center where the trees and everything are going to be, I've sort of done this, I don't know, this cage of sorts, which, yeah, I think it turned out really good. And now I'm also playing around with some depth on this as well. So essentially, like behind this, I want to do something else. I haven't quite worked out what I want to do yet, but that was my first attempt. Just these sort of like chevrons. And I've also had another go at it, and I've just done these like diamonds. And they're in the shape of an octagon, like if you were to do it all the way around the inner shape. But it's offset to the other one, if you know what I mean. Like, if you have a look at the flooring, we've got a straight edge there where the floor is, but the straight edge for the decorative pieces are actually offset. And yeah, I really think it, I don't know, like it smooths out the octagon. It doesn't, it feels more like a cylinder, like a proper circle rather than a octagon. Yeah, and once again, try to look past all these like platforms and ladders and shit that I've got. But yeah, it's coming along. I thought I should probably bring you guys back in, because I'm starting to get into a position where I'm on a roll here, and starting to sort of finalize the design, I guess. Okay, so I just finished the floor, and I've tried to make it look. Just excuse my world save. I tried to make it look, I don't know, like it makes sense. So I know I wanted the floorboards to go around the octagon like that. So I started with that. And then I thought about doing the same for these sections. And that sort of matches up. Around the back here, it looks really good, in my opinion. Like there's only a couple of little bits that overlap. But where it starts to fall apart is because we've got this indentation of where the stairs are, and I wanted the slats to run the same direction as the stairs. And then we've got this section here. And once again, I wanted the slats the same direction as the stairs, but it goes directly into this mess. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure what to do with it. Like, it might actually be better just to run from the bottom of the stairs, just run them all this way. Because otherwise we've got this path that is clearly rotated 90 degrees opposite of the direction it should be. I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave that. Okay, so I've got to try and settle on a design for this so I can complete this structure. I like the diamond. I think I like the diamond better than the chevrons. I think the chevrons block too much of the view. So yeah, let's get rid of these. Oh, we should probably eat some food as well. Because I tend to take quite a bit of damage while I'm building because I jump off things for, you know, because it's quicker. Okay. What if we were to do, what if we, like, poke this in? Yeah, and then let's do like sort of maybe a squished diamond. Let's get in there and have a look at that. That's yeah, that kind of looks good. I'm wondering if maybe we do 45s on the bottom. Would that work? Damn. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. I think I like it better than this. Now, I wanted to have a little bit of a break today as well. For the most part, I just want to keep building, but I wanted to just branch out a little bit and do some hunting, because we have the ability to get serpent meat. We could go and kill serpents, and I haven't done that yet. I thought it'd be good to get some serpent stew under our belt if we can. I'm not entirely sure of the recipe. I think we have everything we need except for the serpent meat itself. Okay, yeah, I like that. I don't think there's anything else I want to do to it, really. I think that's enough decorations. If we add too much, like, there's going to be trees and shit in there, so we kind of want to see it. We don't want to completely block it up. But yeah, I wanted to just put some sort of a weave in there. Yeah, I think that'll do. Let's cover these beams up again. Okay. I think what we're going to actually do is yeah, the sun's starting to go down. We'll head out to the ocean and see if we can snag us a couple of sea serpents. Let's put all this shit away. Oh, I put some torches and yeah, sconces along here. Probably looks like overkill at the moment, but at nighttime it creates a good amount of light without like blowing everything out. And I got a brazier in there. Nice. No damage yet. Yeah, I've got some more just along here. I'm not 100% sold on these just yet. But yeah, I just wanted to get some light down here. Yeah, wow, that's gonna look awesome. Come on up through the stairs, you'll have all the trees. Yep, that's gonna be awesome. We'll have some benches and stuff along here. Maybe have like a small table. Stop doing that, Timmy. There is no such thing as a small table. Just table and chairs. Speaking of which, can we actually build one here? No, we're too far away. Oh, actually, it takes fine wood, and we don't have any fine wood in that chest down there. That's all right. We'll do it later. I'm gonna get ready for some fighting, so I'm gonna need some more iron arrows. Are we actually close enough to craft that stuff from here? Looks like it. Sweet. I don't think I ever showed you how much stone we actually have. There it is. Oh, another one there. So we got those two, those three, and 2 stacks. It's crazy. That was just from clearing out that area for the dock. Plus, I think there's still stone down here, isn't there? No, I must have moved it. Yeah. Oh, we're going to pick up the harpoon as well. Okay, so I'm going to kill one by dragging it up onto shore, just so we can get the scales and unlock the shield. But I'm probably not going to make the shield because it functions like a tower shield, and I prefer the parry ability. Yeah, so we'll take that. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, so after we kill one by dragging it up on the shore and unlocking the recipe, the rest I'm just going to kill out on the water. Because I think the meat actually floats in the water, and it's only the scales that'll sink. Oh shit! Actually, before we do this, I did want to grab some stamina potions just in case the worst happens and we get stranded out in the water. At least we'll have some stamina potions to help us out. Alright, let's go get us some serpents. From where? And which would be the easiest way? I think just going left and going out through this. Now that I've cleared out the rocks in this river, it is slightly easier. But I don't think I'm going to get through this river without running into something. I mean, it is still me driving, alright? Now there is still some rocks on the exit here that I didn't bother to get. Yeah, a couple over there. I think there's a couple here as well. Yeah, there's one. Shit, there's another one. Oh no, that's just a bit of whitewash. Alright, so there is a spawn for a sea serpent out here because it was the very first one we encountered. So ideally, we'll aggro with it and harpoon it and drag it back to the meadows there and have our way with it. I'll be honest, I'm extremely surprised we have not... Oh, there we go. Okay. I was going to say... Oh, we're going to lose wind if we go that way. It's, that is Black Forest over there. We could definitely take him over there. Alright, let's get him harpooned at least. Oh, thank you. Yep, I can't see. Here we go. There's a troll there though. We probably don't want... We're just got terrible wind. It is just Black Forest up here. Hopefully it's not hilly like that, because we've got to drag him up on shore. Got plenty of stam. He's helping us out. Just got to keep the wind. Yeah, this doesn't look too bad over here. Riding the waves into shore. Alright, so I'm probably just gonna leave this going flat stick. And we're just gonna jump off. There's a troll cave up there. Hopefully there's no troll around. Ah, shit. That shaman's helping us out. Line broke, god damn it. Just want to give myself as much time as I can, so I'm going to drag him up as high as I can. There it is. Alright, our first serpent kill. What did we get from that guy? 6 bits of meat, 9 scales. Yeah, not bad. While we're here, we are in need of thistles, so may as well pick some up. Okay, so that wasn't the most efficient. Like it took me all night to get that one guy. But I'm thinking with the next one, we just shoot it with arrows while we're out there. Before we go, let's just check the health of the of our boat, because that's our livelihood. That guy coming down here? He totally is, isn't he? Yeah, should have just stayed home today, buddy. Should have called in sick. Alright, let's get one of those bad boys down. Oh, it's perfect. Alright, I think I was pretty successful for my first attempt at getting one of those serpents on shore. Now, sadly, I don't think we're going to get another one to spawn. Not during the day, anyway. I mean, we could definitely try, because I'd love to get a bit more meat before we head back. Man, I tell you what, this is a massive ocean here. Like, it's pretty difficult to see any sort of land other than that chunk in front of us. But yeah, still no sign of any sea serpents. I'm not sure what I was expecting, because we've sort of established that they tend to only spawn at nighttime. All right, let's not head towards the plains. If the wind's coming directly at your side, that's where you get the most speed from, as indicated by the icon on the right hand side, that little display. See how it's like a brighter gold right on the sides of the boat, and whereas behind it's a little bit darker. That's because you don't get maximum speed if it's directly behind you. I think I might take the long way home, because I still haven't found one yet, and I don't want this to be a waste. So yeah, I'm gonna go past that our turn off and just keep heading down into this unknown. I mean, it is nighttime, so we do have the best chance of getting one to spawn. Here we go. I think he's legging it. Wait, what's that floating in the water? Did we kill him? We killed him. All right, awesome. What's that health like? Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Oh, another one. Yeah, try not to do that too often, Timmy. Wow, did I lose some frames? Just one or two. Yeah, the game is not a fan of my base. Once everything loads up, it's not too bad. Okay, so I believe we need to cook this, don't we? We can't do anything with it yet. Yeah, so let's cook up. Holy shit. Well, I guess, yeah, it's a pretty big sea monster. Yeah. Alright, so what does this do? 70 health and 40 stamina for 2,000 seconds. And what's our best at the moment? 1600. Yeah, 60-40 and 50-50. So yeah, that's pretty good. Now, can we make the stew? We can, okay. Yeah, okay, so we just need honey and mushrooms. We've got that. And look at that, it goes up to 80 and 80 for 2,400. Man, that is so much better. Because these are so big, they're actually extremely easy to see when they're actually cooked. There we go, 25 serpent stew. That's awesome, they'll last us a little while. But once again, because this is our good food and essentially we can't just like farm it from our own backyard. I'm going to be only using this for combat, essentially. Because, yeah, the other two foods that we have, they can be entirely farmed. Let's sacrifice this one off the yeet cliff. Is that a level 2 deer? We might have to go and pay him a visit. Let's try to avoid that trophy. Oh no, it's alright. I dropped it so it won't pick it up again. What were you? 3, 4 bits of meat. No, it was only a 1 star. Because you get 8 bits from the 2 stars. 2-star deer are awesome. Awesome to farm. Not that I actually need the meat. I don't know. I've gotten into a habit of farming them whenever I see them now because they're such a good source of meat. Many regrets. Yes. Why did I not build a way to get out of the water from here? This is dumb. Okay, so at least if we fall into the water here, we can just walk up. Let's get back to work, shall we? Get this roof done. I think next I'm gonna work on replicating the design I did. It's such a convoluted way I've got of getting up here. I'm not entirely sold on this weaving that we have here, but I do really like this. I think this is cool. I think that is even better. Yeah. Okay. So I want to replicate this over here. This is old remnants of something else I was doing, because I was just going to do this. I kind of felt like it was too boring. Just having some slits. And it just made this look like a giant dome. Like, I don't know. So yeah, I think if we have these raised up sections, it's going to make the roof a hell of a lot harder to build. But if I can pull it off, I think it'll look like a million times better. Alright, so now I need to remember how I built this, because it wasn't like 10 minutes ago, it was a couple of days ago. Alright, so we've I'm pretty sure we've got that there. We essentially need this X to sit on top, and I'm pretty sure these just follow that. Yeah, so they don't quite snap into there. They snap on that edge. Okay, I'm just gonna remove that for a second. And we are gonna have to place something on the floor there. Because this doesn't actually snap. See what I mean? Like when... Like looking at this build as a whole, it looks like, yeah, everything lines up perfectly, everything snaps together, but no. My build is full of these little sections that have like these free place blocks. And yeah, things don't actually snap together. It's all smoke and mirrors. I make it look like it's, you know, it's meant to be like that, but in reality it's all just hiding the ugliness. Okay, can you... Why are you jumping backwards? Alright, beautiful. Now we can finish that off. Alright, and then this next bit, we've got that guy that snaps there, that guy that snaps there, and that continues on. I think we can go from this way. Now it doesn't actually snap into that, it's actually snapping to this, but I'm just using this as like a backstop. Alright, then we go up again, and then it doesn't look like that's actually an X. That's just 4 of these. Okay, so we go up another full wall. We're gonna have to go to bed here pretty soon. In fact, I might do that now. So I'm thinking after we get the dock and the fuck, what is it called? The courtyard. Once we get those done, I think we'll start progressing a little bit further into the game. So we'll go into the mountain biome and oh no, we gotta defeat the boss first. Yeah, we'll defeat Bone Mass and then go from there. Okay, so let's get back into this. Let's get one of these guys in there like that. And now from this point, we've just got a bunch of these attached to it, right? Like that, and one of those in there. Why did I spin that all the way around? Yeah, see, I can't get that without moving over there, but what we can do is just create a little bit of a backstop here. Actually, that could be snapping to that pillar, so I want to kind of prove to you that this works. So that way it's not snapped in there. So you can see it creates that hard snap point right there for us. So it's just a little trick you can use to manipulate the snap points you have access to at your current location. We could have done the exact same thing just by moving over this side and placing it from that point there. Alright, so we got one of those there. And then I think it's there. Alright, I got those two there. Okay, now there's an X here. I think that's the right spot, yep. And then we just want to continue on both sides. Luckily my character doesn't have my fear of heights. Okay, and we just continue out with those extensions, yeah. So we'll just do another half horizontal beam. The snap point right at the bottom of that X. There we go. And I believe these should just line up there. And then we can do the X on top. And then are we using 45s? Yeah, we're using 45s for the bracing. So I've got one there. And it's snapping to the wall. It's not actually snapping where we need it. There it is. Oh, don't kill me, game save. Where is she? Where's that snap point? There it is. Alright, nearly there. Let's get a bit of health. I can see I'm gonna fall soon. It's about that time, you know. Start getting confident. Alright, that looks good. Okay. Alright, so somehow we've got to merge this together. Well, actually, we need to leave room for the tree. Yeah, because the trees are going to go higher than this. I'm pretty sure. I mean, the pine trees are massive. Yeah, they're absolutely massive. So we need to leave this open and maybe just put some nice decorative pieces or something. But I think we might do that a little bit later. Let's work on joining these two sections here. Because I kind of want the roof lower at this part. So we're going to need some sort of a wall here. Beautiful. Okay. And then we just want to drop that down. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, we got that. Let's go do the same to the other side. Can we make a nice path? Not likely. Nah, that's too high. Yep, that's it. That's the winner. Possibly. Let's have a look. We'll have to free place. It's going to look hideous. Can we get you in there? It's not that bad, to be honest. And that means there's no walls intersecting. Yeah, we'll try this for now. Curious to know if we could get something like this in. Kind of matches the bottom layer of the roof as well. And it means there's no, none of the roof is actually poking through this wall, which I have a feeling is going to be visible, because there's not going to be any scaffolding there at the end, and we're going to be able to look directly up to the underneath side of this roof. And to be fair, no one's going to see this, right? Like up here, they're not going to be able to see how nasty this is, because it doesn't really meet up very nicely. Okay, good enough, I think. Kind of want to build a staircase out here so I can get rid of some of that scaffolding we have on the inside. Yeah, look, that's fine. Just do that. Alright, this is gonna hurt. We'll have to be quick with this. Sure, that works. And I would need to rebuild this workbench here, because that's gonna have to go. Okay, let's put all of that away. Okay, so now that gives you a much better idea of what it's going to look like in here. Yeah, I really like that. That is good. I'm actually not a fan of the walls now. I don't like those walls there. It doesn't need to come down that low, because the roof is actually fairly high. God damn, I need to get up there. Alright. Let's go up here. We need to build some sort of a way to get inside there. Or I guess... for now, we can just remove these like this. No, we can't. No, we're definitely going to have to get in there. Okay, for now, I'm just going to remove those because I want to have a look in here. Do we need... No, we don't need those. And I'm going to replace all of these. Replace them with full floors. Need to get down lower. Okay, I think that'll work. Let's put these walls back in. You know what? I think I'm gonna just do something like this. Just something dodgy, you know, something that I always do. Yep, sure, that works. So that gives us that angle to fully cover that. There's actually a little bit of overhang here, so that's fine. We can make that work. We're just going to do the same there and around there. Shit, that's something I hadn't thought of, is the fact that if we do actually do one of those things here, it's not going to meet up with that edge because this is all offset, and this roof very much needs the support, and I don't want to just run some pillars down into the middle of that floor, so we need to carry support from somewhere else, maybe from across here. Yeah, because that is 4 walls. Although we've been doing odd numbers because it gives us that nice beam. And to be honest, I would prefer to do some sort of weaving with this as opposed to a flat wall. So I think I'm going to offset it so we can have 5 wide for the roof here. The window here is still going to be 4. But we are going to offset it somehow to get 5 for the actual roof. So we're going to do some trickery. It's going to go half a wall in, or half a beam in, and then not be able to find the snap point I need. I'm going to have to jam something else in there as well. And then we can get it. God damn it. It's a very fiddly snap point. There you go. That's what you need to do. Okay, so if we go with another wall here, yeah, this is going to be 3 perfect wall lengths. And then I'd love to just immediately dive into some sort of weaving without killing myself, preferably. Ooh, actually, you know what would look really nice? We use these, but rotate them around so they can be a part of the weaving. And then we'll just let those continue on. You're not going to snap in there? Is it the wall? No, it's whatever that piece is there. I'll tell you what, we don't actually need those, do we? Because we can just finish that with an X. No, not that way. Yeah, there. And then put that wall back in. Beautiful. Let's pick these up. Okay, I think that's a good start for this centerpiece. I want to play around with an idea of possibly like getting this to rotate outwards. Ideally it'd start here and then like each step sort of rotates outwards. Every time we do that, we change. Whoa, shit. Every time we do that, we change the length. Like we shorten the distance that this is covering. So this thing is 5 walls wide. Every time we rotate this, we shorten the distance. You know, basic trigonometry. Which means it's not gonna line up. But maybe it doesn't need to line up. Maybe if it crosses over, it'll look better. So we'll play around with that in the morning. I'll have to get some proper scaffolding out here for us because I am just floating with death up here. Alright, we've got a little bit of a platform to work on. Let's see what we can do with this. So that is already not going to meet up in the middle. By a long shot. Okay, so that's fine. What if perhaps this one goes at that angle for 2 rotations, and then for two beams, and then we turn it. And that meets very nicely in the middle there. I kind of don't want it to meet nicely in the middle. I want it to cross over. And it looks weird too. Let's just try continuing at that angle. And we'll see what that looks like. Yeah, that's not bad. See how it sort of matches the X behind it as well. It's kind of neat. What happens if we... Okay, you're not going to give me a snap point? There it is. Yeah, okay. It's just another variation of what I did on the other one. Rather than having bracing that supports it coming out, it sort of just comes out by itself. Something like that. Not too bad. That is seriously cool. That shape that it's made on the top there as well. Alright, that's seriously cool. Yeah, I really like that. So if we keep this, we're gonna have to somehow roof this, and we've got this slight curve here. Can we just stagger it? There's a tiny little bit of a hole there, but I've had roofs with holes before, and they haven't, you know, that they haven't failed, so to speak. So that might be all right. And this is far enough away from. I mean, it's such a small detail that barely anyone's gonna notice it. They're gonna be looking at everything else, and that is not where that goes. We're gonna run out of support very quickly here. And we should be able to just run some beams up here to sort of make that look like it's on purpose. We could even probably hide most of that with one of those. And then we can get our center line. Ah, shit. Well, none of this is going to be able to go here. I just wanted to extend that out so we could just temporarily grab some support from there, because the roof was starting to be a little bit iffy. Alright, what are we going to do with this? Can't really keep going with that. Alright, I think I'm going to have a think about this off camera for a little bit, because I feel like I'm just... I'm wasting your time now at this stage. So let me just waste my time while I fart around trying to get a grasp on what I'm going to do here. And then I'm going to bring you guys back. Welcome back, guys. I think I've got it sorted. It's yeah, it's starting to look really, really cool. God, I really love that bit that just points out, like it just, I don't know, it just completely changes the build. I'm contemplating actually replicating it on these bits as well. I don't know. I do like these though. I think that is cool. So it's, yeah, starting to come together. This is what I did for this section here. So it's not completely like clean, I guess. There are some dodgy bits, as you could guess by, I mean, just the overall shape is weird enough by itself, but having like an open octagon in the middle made things really challenging. So I've done sort of a spiral up to the top there, and I'm hoping that we can get the tree through that gap there. I think that will look really fucking cool. So I have actually planted the tree. We're just gonna wait for it to grow. And I've cultivated the ground as well, ready for carrots and stuff. I can't plant any yet because they'll interfere with the tree growing. Now, looking from underneath, You can see, yeah, it's a little bit dodgy in certain places, but overall, it's not bad. Now, I'm not 100% finished yet, because I don't want this beam to be visible. So I'm thinking about just capping this section off. So that's what that wall is. That's to mark where the roof goes up again. So we'll be able to see all of this underneath here. But yeah, from the bottom of this wall, I'm thinking about just carrying that straight across and covering up that beam. Something I was looking at as well is the roof. Like, it looks very heavy, and these support pillars, even though they clearly provide enough support, they don't look like they're providing enough support. So I'll play around with a few ideas on how we can beef those up and make them look a little bit more sturdy. But for now, I am gonna keep working on the underside of this roof, and then I will move on to the decorations around the outside. Because if we have a look at this angle here, you can see the bottom, the underside of the roof there is just very straight. And I kind of want it to like flow down on that angle to match the roof that it's covering. And then we'll be able to do some decorations, probably come down like 1 or 2 wall lengths with decorations. I'll probably have to remove these, but that's fine. Look at this. Look how dodgy this is. Like, I've just jammed a bunch of pillars in here. But it works. And I've started doing this thing where I add another row of beams around the outside, and it just covers up the thatch. If you just do a single beam that snaps to it, you get the thatch that pokes through it, and I don't like the way that looks. So I tried this, and I really like that. Just beefs it up, and it hides that thatch poking through. Looks really, really good. Alright, cool. I'm gonna get back to work. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Oh, I just, I forgot to mention that I just did an upgrade. I just did an update for Valheim Plus, and the devs fixed that issue I was having where this was still using stamina. So as you can see now, this is not using any stamina. And demolishing also, no stamina usage. So I've checked all the tools, well, the ones that I've actually opted to not use stamina, which is the hoe and actually I haven't checked the hoe. I checked the cultivator, and that's working. Yep, she's good. All right, awesome. Yeah, so that's good. And they added a bunch of new features. One of which is the ability to automatically repair whenever you interact with a workbench. So as soon as you open a workbench, it just repairs anything that this workbench is able to repair. I don't know, it's just a very small quality of life improvement in my opinion, because normally that's the first thing you do when you open up the workbench is you spam that button 1,000,000 times to make sure everything's repaired. Now you don't need to, just automatically spams it. Oh cool, okay, so this is the first time it's rained since I did the roof. Let's see if there's any wet spots. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to mention, you know how previously I wasn't entirely happy with the ABM because it essentially because you can't like move the piece once it's active, so it made like rotating it quite irritating. But now they've added a new feature where you don't need to activate ABM to rotate on different axes. It does exactly the way I wanted it to. So if I hold down C, it starts rotating on a different axis, and I can move it and actually snap it like 2 snap points, existing snap points. That's awesome. The only thing I would like to see now is the ability to increase the increments of the rotation, because currently once you like when you're rotating you can only rotate on 1 degree increments, and this is the main reason I'm using this is so I can get these guys upside down. So I need to rotate this 180 degrees at 1 degree intervals. It takes a little while. Yeah, it takes a while. So I would love to see a modifier if I like hold down control or something while holding down C to rotate on the axis. I would love it to increase by like 10 or something, so it rotates it on 10 degree increments or something like that, just something to speed it up a bit. And then if you need fine control, you just let go of control. So yeah, that's awesome. I love that. All right, now I'm gonna get back to work. Welcome back, guys. So it's been a couple of days since I've been able to play, but I did end up finishing the courtyard, doing all the decorations and underneath side. I just wanted to quickly show you something I'd been working on in between recording, I guess, when I didn't feel like farming resources, when I felt like building something. So I've been like planning out where the portal hub is going to go, and I've come up with this. So it's basically just a circle. So I just rotated each segment by 1 click and then placed 2 of them. So it's slightly bigger than just like the smaller circle you can get, and that gives us enough room to put the portal side by side. And this is actually this is a trick I found on one of those tips and tricks videos that are getting around. Essentially, you put a sign next to the portal, and then when you type in the name, you just put a bunch of spaces at the end of it, and it ends up putting the name inside the portal, which I think is really cool. It's not 100% in the middle, but that's as many spaces as I can put on the end. And to be honest, if you want to link this up with another portal, you would need to remember how many spaces go after it. So it's probably better that you just max it out with spaces and just deal with wherever it ends up. But yeah, I really like that. I think that's cool. Yeah, okay, so we've sort of got this fairly intricate flooring here. I wanted to do something different, something with some stone and a wood trim. I don't know, I like it. It's weird though, isn't it? Like, it's definitely weird. I think it'll look good after I get like the main, like the big entrance and stuff in here. All this is going to be open as well. We'll just have some like weaving around the top, so you'll be able to just look out at the countryside, and there's just going to be a bunch of portals around here. So there's enough space for 13 portals. I think that'll be sufficient for our needs. Yeah, so I've started sort of planning where the actual base is going to go, and we'll rip this down Let me get into free cam and we'll go around and have a look at the courtyard. Have a look at the progression of my building skills. All right, this was the first hut that we built. Granted, I didn't put a great deal of effort into it because I knew it was just going to be temporary. But yeah, then we go to this, and now this, I was extremely happy with this. And I'm not now. Like, there's all these like dodgy bits that just like they don't go anywhere. The support beams don't make any sense. Like, there's a load of shit in here that yeah, just the support beam thing that I was playing around with. Like, it's just, there's loads of shit that yeah, I really don't like about that. And then we go on to the cookhouse, which was like I was pretty happy with this as well. But it's, in comparison, it's pretty plain and boring, isn't it? Compared to what we have just finished building. I mean, that's... It's... I mean, the level of, I guess, I don't know, detail. It's just 10 times the amount that I've put into any other build. Okay, so I can't actually remember exactly what you guys haven't seen. I think it was just the decorations and the underside. But this is what I ended up doing. I'm not 100% happy with it, but I knew I wanted some depth. I wanted to continue this theme of stacking the weaving on top of each other. So I tried to do the same with this. And it's just like hanging off the edge. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I like it. It's good. I don't know if we'll keep it. I might play around with a few more ideas later on, but for right now it's functional. So in the corners there we've got just some 45s. And I like that the outside weaving sort of like bypasses it, comes down and then goes around it. I think that looks pretty cool. Now I did beef up those support pillars a little bit just by placing down some more of those support beams next to it and linking them up to the weaving, which I think it makes it look beefy enough. Makes it a little bit more believable that it is being held up by those support beams. Inside is really nice. So I opted against flattening off this entire section. I liked the slope because this is the cleanest part of the slope. It's where all the pieces meet together really nice. Like, I've left all of this, and this is the nastiest shit. I mean, if I'm gonna leave that, I thought, yeah, we may as well utilize this a bit more. And all I did is I placed a 45 beam, which lined up perfectly. And just adds, like, just enough detail to make it look really nice, I think. Yeah. It looks really, really cool. And I might have gone overboard with the torches. But see, because of Valheim Plus, I've turned on the feature that makes it so you don't have to refill torches. I've left it off for campfires. So if I want to cook something and it's out of fuel, I'll have to fill it up. But for all these lights, it would just be a nightmare to fill them all up. So I've enabled the infinite fuel for the torches. So it doesn't really matter where I put the torches, because I don't have to refill them. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so there is one thing left to do. Something I have forgotten is the we need to carry the weaving from this straight section into the flange, because it's a little bit flat and boring at the moment. So we need to sort of carry that across and taper it up into here. I probably won't do any decorations on this edge. I don't think it needs it, but I would like it on the sides. And yeah, I'll probably just try to taper it off and end it right there. Similar to how I've done that with this. How it just sort of, oh, there's a world save. Yes, it just goes right up into the corner there and then terminates. So yeah, that definitely ties it all in together. Putting that weaving in makes it look like it's all one structure now, which is really good. That's what I was hoping for. And the tree lined up perfectly. Yeah, it looks great. There is there's no collision, obviously. So when the wind's blowing hardcore, the tree will clip through this. But for right now, it looks great. It just, yeah, sits right in the middle there. And we can probably plant the... Oh, no, I can't plant the carrots. I'm getting a weird issue where the carrots are saying that there's a roof over it, basically. And I think it has something to do with the spiral that I've built up here. I think I'm just getting unlucky and placing it right underneath one of those beams. So I think I might have to remove this first, plant all the carrots, let them grow, and then replace the spiral. But I'm going to play around with that off camera. I don't think you guys need to see that. So it means I'm going to have to rebuild my scaffolding to get back up on top of the roof. Which is, that's alright. Oh, I don't think I mentioned this before, but I found a trick with the cultivator, because the cultivator, like if you do the add grass option, it actually retextures things as well. It doesn't just add grass. So when you first raise ground, you get this very repetitive texture on the cliffs. But if you use the add grass thing, it changes it to this more natural one. I mean, it's still repetitive, but the scale of which it's repetitive is a lot larger, so it looks a lot better on cliffs, basically. So you can see the difference there, because I had to extend this out a little bit further. So yeah, that's a cool trick that you can use. You just grab the cultivator, select add grass, and just point right at the base of where you want to do it, and it'll do everything along that plane. You may get sections where bits of grass will pop up on the top, which could be a problem in some builds, but it's not a problem for me. And if you try to remove the grass with level ground will actually revert this texture back to the repetitive one. So you have to be careful with that. Alright guys, so I've done the best I could. Not all of the carrots grew. There was a couple that were that said they didn't have enough room, unfortunately. But I'm happy with it. I'm getting the effect that I wanted. There's some flowers in there around the tree. Let's call it done, shall we? I wonder if we can put grass in there. Now that everything's grown, I mean, I've replaced the spiral. Can we put grass in there, or will it kill whatever's planted? Maybe a test? Just like that. Okay, so then if we do that and then we get the hoe out and we go, well, no, we don't want to do that. No, we want the cultivator. We want add grass. Looks fine. Now this probably isn't going to grow. Yeah, it needs cultivated, but it shouldn't affect what's already grown. And I don't actually want that there. Get out of here, you. I've actually wasted a lot of carrots doing this. How are these guys doing? 14 minutes, 20 minutes. Oh yeah, that's doing good. This is actually starting to bother me. Like, how is these regrowing? It doesn't make any sense. So we'll just dig a little pit in here. So then that way when that stuff does regrow, at least it's going to be down low enough that the floor can hide it. It's just like that sort of stuff shouldn't happen, in my opinion. They shouldn't respawn. Like inside a building part, like inside a structure. Yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah. I can get behind that. And this, look at this. Like this just randomly appears. Okay, so we'll have to do something similar with this, or we could level the ground. Leveling the ground would remove the grass. The amount of bloody effort I'm going into doing this. Or actually, before we do that, we should probably rebuild at least the portal hub. Because we're going to need more portals to go into the mountain biome. And like I'm extremely limited on space now. We've got the swamp, the stones, the trader, and this is my wood farming portal that I just keep shifting around. Essentially, yeah, that's where it is currently. So I just chop down all the trees in the area, teleport all the wood back, and then when I need to get more wood, I demolish that teleporter and build it, you know, somewhere else where I want to demolish trees. Because obviously I don't want to demolish all the trees around our base. So I've been teleporting away somewhere. And wood's fucking, like, it's a piece of piss to get wood. And especially because you can teleport it. I'm rambling at this point. Let's just end the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. As always, don't forget to lead your targets. I'll see you next time.